Hi everyone, it's Theodora and we're back with Jorge Parodi to continue our conversation on auditions. I want to kick off the conversation by talking about movement in an audition. How much movement do you expect from a singer?
I don't mind some movements and or not movement or I don't think moving is a problem if you feel comfortable with it, and of course it belongs to the character and the situation and what it is. um, I think because you in an audition, you the singer are your own conductor and your own director. You are the one that make the choice of how much motion this character is going to do in that moment. And you can direct yourself to don't move, and that's okay. And you can direct yourself to move because you think that that will serve the character and your singing and the overall performance of it. So I don't think moving it's a problem. The amount of it has to do with taste and preferences, and again, because that's your choice, I would not take away too much from it. Certainly, a person that has a lot of thought behind what they do is very solid, very reassuring. So if you move because you feel like that's what you need and what it should be, then it will come across that way. And confidence and consistencies are very, very wonderful to have in an audition. Again, remember, in an audition, you are one of the few times that you are your own conductor and your own director. So enjoy it while it lasts. And remember that those things are just a choice, and that we understand that it's a choice and that we can change it or at any time. So I don't think it's either way is a problem.
I think it's really nice to hear that there's a certain amount of understanding that comes from the panel. So thanks for sharing that. I now want to ask you about resumes. How important are they? Is it important, for example, that you have a young artist program on your resume?
I think the resume is important, and there's not much you can do about it except that working at it, right? So it's not that you can change it. You can change what you do. You can go to different places. You can study more. You can do more auditions and hopefully get more jobs. But other than that, your resume is what you have done, and that is nothing you can do. You can choose what you are going to do, but not what you have done. So, but there's a certain amount of information that tells me that it's reassuring in a way. If I know that this person has done this role at English National Opera, well, that makes me feel a little more comfortable about choosing it. If I see that the person has never done the role, then I would probably do a little more further audition. If I really like the voice and I really like the personality and I really like the performance and I really like how he or she does the aria, I may do another audition to sing through the whole role and check how other parts of the role fits that voice. It also depends on the size and the prominence of the character. So for co-primario roles and covers, I would be less worried about if the person has done it or how it will fit in the whole role. But if it's a very a major principal role in which the whole production relies on the performance of one or two people, I will try my best to make sure that those one or two people are solid in that role. So I will use a resume first, and then the audition second, and third I may do a walkthrough. It may happen. It has happened that we these days that we hire a lot through websites, and even actually major roles. I've had higher principal roles just from the website, and that will happen through recordings in the website and a resume in the website if they have done the role in a company that it's that I know of the reputation of it. Also, I may talk to other people that may have worked with it. That's probably what I would do next. And I would have a candid opinion of that performer through someone else in the business. And I sometimes get hired even without auditions. It happens often when the singers are in a different country, and so, but we need someone, and we know that that person is available and has done the role in a major company, and it's available to do that for us. So it happens. So resume, it's important, and you should try to improve it, but that goes without saying, because we want to always do something new and something more exciting, and growth with the companies and the people that we work with.
So we're now at the part of the interview where I ask my favorite question. What advice do you want to impart with the young singers of today?
I will say, remember that the work ethic and personality are very important in the business. We had to make sure that the person are very easy to work with. They're friendly and they're receptive. Also, it's very important that you are reliable in your studying. So make sure that always are prepared for your auditions, or where you feel like you know it, and you know when you know it. And don't gamble too much about, I know I'm going to know it, but just don't. It's better if you really know that you know it. You will be more impressive. And remember that being hired is very hard, but being rehired is harder. So you want to be rehired. So it's to make sure that when you get that job, that you do what you know you should be doing, so you get hired again.
So before we conclude our conversation for the day, I want to talk about this movement, I follow you, you follow me. You were the first person who shared it with me, and I thought it was so great because it's really artists banding together in these difficult times, and I would love it if you could tell us a little bit more about it.
Sure. So I got it at the beginning of the movement. I don't know. Catalina Cuervo said it to me, and I thought it was a great idea, so I passed it along, and it's in my posting. It's doing really well. We have like 25,000 comments in it, which a comment means a person that actually posts their YouTube channel, so other people in the posting could join it. So the idea is that once you have enough subscribers in your YouTube account, and you have enough traffic in that account, that eventually there is a monetization of it. I don't exactly know how it works. I'm realizing that it's actually a very high number of subscribers, and even a higher number of traffic. So for classical music, it's very hard to get. But also I'm realizing that a lot of people are moving around with their channels and doing things to publish what they do, and people are aware of other people. So it's a very good way right now to network and to show what you're doing. I think having, as I said before, the website right now these days, it's really important, and your recordings are very important, because that's often the first level of auditions that we do. In fact, if we are doing auditions by invitation, which is what we do in Williamsburg, we use the websites to decide who we're going to invite to audition, and having a YouTube channel give us also a lot of videos to check out. So this I follow you, you follow me, is this idea of more people knowing, checking out other people's YouTube channels and vice versa. So everyone is following each other, and hopefully, if we get to the right numbers, we make a better impact. But even before that, we are putting out our production and what we do, and people are listening and checking out what we do. So at this time that we are all essentially in front of a screen, this is the way that we can keep showing to the world what we're doing.
So everyone go subscribe to his YouTube channel. I really recommend it. You'll be able to watch him conduct. And if you want to read more about him, visit his website, www.jorgeparodi.com. Jorge, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Theodora, for this interview. It's really fun.
I'm Theodora, and we've been in the wings with Jorge Parodi. Join us next time as we talk with Eric Fennell about finding an agent and auditioning in Europe versus the US. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please subscribe to my channel. And if you have questions you'd like me to ask in the future, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. Hope you can join us next time.